Alright everyone, so we have walked along this cool zigzag path that connects the Hall of Benevolence and Longevity to the east side of the Hall of Jade Ripples. And here we are, standing in front of it. This is the Hall of Jade Ripples, or Yulan Tang in Chinese.
It was first built back in the Qianlong Emperor's time, and he actually used it as his temporary office when he stayed here. The name comes from a poem that basically talks about jade-like springs with rippling water. It's a classic Chinese courtyard, facing south to catch the sun. Come on, let's head inside and check it out. Okay, so as you look around, you can see it's made up of three main parts: a central hall with two smaller halls on either side. Now the hall to the east, it used to connect back to that zigzag path we just walked, and the hall to the west side, it used to lead to some amazing views of Kunming Lake. But check this out. If you look closely, you will see these brick walls built right up to the ceiling. Any idea why? Well, this courtyard became Emperor Guangxu's Guangxu Huangdi bedroom when he stayed at the Summer Palace. But after a failed reform movement, it basically became his prison. To stop him from escaping or contacting anyone, they bricked up both of these side halls, blocking off all the exits. And to the south, Empress Dowager Cixi had her eunuchs watching him constantly. They were like his jailers. While most of the walls are gone now, you can still see traces of them. It's a pretty powerful reminder of that time in Chinese history, isn't it?
Okay, so next up, let's take this corridor to see where the Empress lived when she was here in the Summer Palace.
After a short walk in this beautiful courtyard, in front of us is another Siheyuan. This middle hall was reserved for the Empress to use, while the east and the west annex room was reserved for the Emperor's concubines. The decorations had been kept the same more than 100 years ago. Come closer, I will show you an interesting desk. Why this table is special? It is not only a dining table, but also a fish tank. Well, back to the Empress time, the table was filled with water and the golden fish swimming inside when the Empress enjoyed her cup of tea or breakfast. Isn't it amazing? The hostess of this table was not so happy. Why? Because she was the last Empress Dowager after her husband died in 1908. Longyu was elevated to Empress Dowager after the succession of 3-year-old Puyi to the throne. Although she was not Puyi's birth mother, at the end of the revolution in 1911, she released the abdication script, ending over 200 years of Qing Empire and 2,000 years of Chinese feudalism. 2 years later, Longyu died at an age of 46.
Before her is the most powerful woman, or the Empress Dowager, who also got the nickname Dragon Lady. Now, let's step into her living quarters.
You may figure out easily this yard is the biggest and occupies the most important location in the Summer Palace. It is called the Hall of Happiness and Longevity, Le Shou Tang, same name in the Forbidden City where she mainly lived. It was also the best place in the Summer Palace for leisure, since it leads west to the long corridor and east to the Garden of Virtue and Harmony, Deheyuan. During the reign of Emperor Qianlong, the Hall of Happiness and Longevity was first built as a 2-story building, with a hall for Buddha worship upstairs and study below. It was burned down by Anglo-French allied forces in 1860 and rebuilt into a 1-story building later as a residence for Empress Dowager Cixi after she rebuilt the Summer Palace. Divided into 5 parts, the main hall was well decorated. Living room can be seen from the outside. The west room was used as her bedroom, and the east for a dressing room. There are also a room for Cixi to manage the state affairs and a dining room. In the midst of the hall, there is a carved sandalwood throne. On both sides of the throne are 2 porcelain plates. It is said that these plates were placed here as a fruit container. However, the fruit is placed here not for it, but functioned to adjust the air with fruit fragrancy. There are also 4 big copper incense burners served for burning incense. There is a colorful pendant lamp hung on the ceiling. Just over there, The colorful pendant lamp was imported from Germany in 1903. Outside the hall, there are several bronze statues stretched out in front of the main hall. The bronze deer, the bronze queen, and the bronze vase all symbolize peace. And there are magnolias on both sides of the main hall, and once planted some peonies by the Empress Dowager Cixi that are now transplanted to another place. These plants, as a combination in Chinese culture, means prosperity.
So, that's a look at the living quarters at the Summer Palace. Pretty interesting, huh? Now, who wants to see some of the real treasures hidden in this place? If so, let's keep on going.